future. Join us in the Web3 beauty pageant revolution. Vote, engage, and celebrate beauty in a whole new way. Welcome to the future of beauty pageants, where technology meets elegance and everyone has a voice. Imagine a world where contestants from all around the globe can participate in a revolutionary beauty pageant. A world where fans can vote and engage in real time, leveraging the power of blockchain technology. Blockchain ensures every vote counts, secure and transparent, giving the power back to the fans. Fans don't just vote, they become part of the journey. Earn tokens, win prizes, and even make money by supporting your favorite contestants. Engage in ways never before possible, with augmented reality bringing you closer to the action. Celebrate diversity and inclusivity as contestants from every corner of the world share their unique cultures and stories. Join virtual meet and greets, chat with contestants, and be part of their success story. Witness the crowning of the next digital queen in a grand finale like no other, where your voice truly makes a difference. Step into the future. Join us in the Web3 beauty pageant revolution.
Good, beautiful Sunday evening, guys. Welcome to the Miss Charm 2024 live chat series, Ask Me Anything. And tonight is a very special night for all the Miss Charm fans and supporters out there, because tonight is the start of the pageant's countdown for its upcoming edition scheduled later this year. Yes, guys, the Miss Charm organization very well knows that we are all eagerly waiting for more details of its upcoming competition. And finally, we are kicking things off with this live chat series tonight. And who better way to start this live chat series than by getting two of its most popular contestants this year? And so here they are. Let's bring them out. Starting off with Miss Charm Philippines, Kayla Jean
Hello.
Carter.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Adam, for that introduction. My name is Kayla, proudly representing the Philippines in this year's edition of the Miss Charm competition. And yeah, I'm feeling very thrilled and happy to be here, and obviously very blessed to be chosen to be a part of this AMA session. So.
Thank you, Kayla. You're looking good with your new hairdo right now.
Thank you so much, Adam.
And now, let's go to the next delegate. I'm so thrilled to be getting to know her more tonight. So here she is. Please say hello to Miss Charm Indonesia, Melati, Tedja.
Hi everyone, or shall I say Sugeng Dahulu. So it's actually good evening in Japanese. And Mabuhay Philippines.
Hello.
So my name is Melati Tedja. It's Melati, and it's actually came from one of the flowers' name. It's jasmine.
Oh.
I know it's hard, but you can call me Melati. Melati. You can call me like that. And I'm 25 years old, and I representing Indonesia. Hi everyone, and hi Adam and Kayla too.
I forgot something. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Adam Genato. To everyone in the chat room who's probably eavesdropping with our conversation, wondering who's this host talking to these gorgeous ladies right now.
Everyone already knows you,
Everyone knows
Adam.
you, Adam.
My name
don't
is Adam
even need-
Genato. Yes.
Wow.
A correspondent for Sash Factor based here in Manila, Philippines. So thrilled to be doing this with the both
Big
of you. And so
applause for Adam too.
thank you to the organizers of Miss Charm for making this possible for me.
Yes.
Yes, I'm so thrilled to be doing this. So before we proceed with the interview, allow me to address the big elephant in the room. I know a lot of our supporters are eagerly waiting for the announcement of the host country, but let's just wait for a few more weeks for that to happen. For now, as we all know, the Miss Charm 2024 pageant was supposed to take place in the Wiltern Theater in Los Angeles on August 24. However, with so many visa issues that all our contestants had to be facing right now, a decision had to be made. And the national directors, the Miss Trump national directors, had a meeting and they all voted. So eventually they came up with two options, which is one, to proceed with a pageant with only 25 contestants who had US visas, or delay the pageant with the remaining, with all the contestants, with all the 40 contestants joining in. So in the end, everyone agreed that they will postpone the pageant. So, guys, in the meantime, while we are experiencing this delay, the Miss Charm organization has still been looking relentlessly for new host countries like the Philippines,
Yeah.
Thailand, yes, and even Spain to host a bigger and better pageant for all of us. Yeah. So this really goes to show how Miss Charm organization is very committed in making all its contestants shine. Yeah. So well, in the meantime, while this is happening, the Miss Charm organization is adding more contestants to its roster, while at the same time replacing all the ones who had to drop out to make the competition more exciting. So who knows? The 40 contestants will probably grow it to 60, 50. Yeah, so let's just keep this delay. Let's just think of this delay as a blessing in disguise for all the stakeholders involved, right? Kayla and Melati.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah, and like I said, even though the this pageant, this upcoming edition is already delayed as it is, you know, the excitement still remains high. Because you know what, Melody and Kayla, the voting app. Did you guys have all? Who among everyone, who among here listening to our conversation right now to this live chat has already downloaded the Miss Charm voting app on Telegram? Because you know what, guys, the app has been enjoying a huge success with more than 240,000 active users, casting in more than 20 billion, guys, take note, billion votes. And guess who? And a bulk of it is coming from, for sure, Miss Melati here will be so happy to hear this, Indonesia.
Yeah.
Indonesia.
So congratulations in advance, Indonesia. You guys are so strong and united in propelling Miss Melati here to the top. And I hope you guys will be able to sustain the momentum till the very end, right? So, and the numbers just keep on, who knows, probably by the start of the competition later this year, the 20 billion will now become 50 billion. Wow, billion, imagine that. Wow.
Wait,
Melody, you are probably a rock star there in your home country.
I, I mean, I hope so. I mean, I'm totally shocked too, Adam. I mean, the excitement of Indonesian beauty pageant are crazy. Within a month, they are can voting me for almost like 1.5 billion, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. I mean, like they
So,
are so excited for Miss Charms. And so I pray for all the delegates, the other delegates, to be more fire up this voting and to be confirmed too. I really want to say thank you to Indonesian pageant lovers for voting for me. I mean, like, I will not be here without all their support and love. So thank you so much, everyone.
so Melody, I have a question. Are you feeling the
Yeah.
pressure right now as early as now?
What? Sorry.
Are you feeling the pressure? Because everyone is
Well,
voting for you nonstop. So are you feeling the pressure from your fellow countrymen to do well in the competition?
well, it's a good question. Actually, they are asking me the same question, Adam. And I feel like I always try to make it as my excitement to tonight to be more ready, to be more really wants to representing Indonesia. So I believe like it is not a pressure, but instead of it's fire up myself to be ready for Miss Charm.
That's great. What about you, Kayla? I heard. I also think our country is also is also part of the top countries doing well
Yes.
in this voting
Yeah.
system. How are you feeling about it?
I mean, it just really feels so incredible. I mean, the amount of support, I'm sure Malati can relate to this also, but I am really feeling the Bayanihan spirit, and it really just warms my heart that I have so many people behind me supporting me. And yeah, I'm just so very grateful, and I completely relate to the notion of it giving you that extra pump, that extra fire, and that extra motivation to really do your best, because you only want to make your supporters proud, who have really put in the time and the effort to really see you succeed. So yeah, it really just means the world.
That's great to hear. So wait, I remember something. You know, this is my first. I think this is your first public appearance as Miss Charm Philippines, because we really haven't
Right.
heard anything from you since your appointment. So I wonder, how did you find out about your appointment, and what exactly were you doing when you got this title or position?
Oh my gosh, I was so shocked, because I, of course, obviously wasn't expecting it at all. For those of you who don't know, I got appointed sometime in July, so very, very recent. And I competed in Miss Universe Philippines this past year, which was such a wonderful experience that wrapped up in May. So when MUPH ended, I thought that my pageantry days were going to be on hold for a little while longer. Um, but when I got the message from Mama J, Sir Jonas, about it, I was just absolutely thrilled and honored that I was even considered. And after some thinking, it really just felt like the right decision for me to jump on it, and it was something that felt really aligned for me at the time. I mean, for a lot of us who do know, Miss Charm's three main focuses are education, culture, and tourism. So that's something that really stood out to me, because my main advocacy is youth empowerment and education. In fact, my family started a nonprofit library here in the Philippines, in Talisay, where my family is from, back in 2014. So I've always been really passionate about that topic. It's something near and dear to my heart, as well as culture and tourism. I love traveling. I love experiencing new cultures. And I think that it's something that's just as important as education, something that needs just as much attention, because I think, the more we can learn about each other's backgrounds, our unique qualities, the diverse places we come from, the more as a society we can garner more understanding, empathy. So it just felt really right for me. And when I was, talking to my family about it, my friends about it, I mean, obviously alone, just being able to wear the Philippines across my chest is just such an honor. So I was very, very pleased and happy when I found out. So yeah.
Nice, nice. So there's a question here coming from one of our followers who are tuning in right now. The question is coming from Dung Quang. Probably he's from Vietnam. And the question is this. So with what you just said, Kayla, talking about your advocacies for in aligning your advocacies to what Miss Charm is all about. What do you think? Throughout his question is like this: through the first season of Miss Charm, what is the greatest value that the contest spreads to the community? Would you say it probably has something to do with what you just said?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think out of the three values, it's hard to pinpoint just one. Um, I've gotten to know Annabelle pretty well, who was the last Filipino representative. So I was able to hear firsthand from her experience from, the inside of how it felt for her during the competition, and how fulfilled she felt, and also how wonderful it was to meet the other candidates and be able to see just the amount of pride they had wearing their own countries across their chest. And me as a viewer, watching the pageant activities and the competition on, YouTube, you can really see that shine through. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about pageantry. It's one of the beautiful things about Miss Charm, is we get to really proudly showcase what we love about our culture, what we love about our background, what we love about our country. And yeah, I would say that is probably the biggest takeaway from last year's edition, and I'm sure will continue along for many years to come in that notion. I hope I answered that question correctly. Thank you so much for the question.
That's great, Kayla. What about you, Melati? What do you
Okay.
think is the greatest value that this contest is espousing?
Well, last year, I also have my senior, which is Ka Olivia Tan, and I learned a lot from her and knowing more about Miss Charm based on her experience. And I do learn that this community is not only about competing. I mean, like, people always say that beauty pageant is only about competing each other, about having the crown and the sass. But more importantly, I really want you guys to understand that the charm is a platform for us to gather around, to collaborate. I mean, I know that we have our own causes that closest to our heart. And I do believe by joining Miss Charm, we can collaborate and getting a creative idea to have an impact to others. I mean, like, so Miss Charm is more than just a competing, but also a platform for us for voicing something that closest to our heart, and also having a solution for it. Because I do believe that if we can collaborate, it will get a bigger impact. Yeah, that is from me, Adam.
You know, I like what you said. If we could collaborate together, we could create a huge impact. And I can relate that to the voting app that this competition is really implementing. As I was saying earlier, the voting app on Telegram has been enjoying a huge success. Actually, if you think about it, the Miss Charm organization is adapting the concept of Bitcoin to
Yeah.
how the voting app works, right? So this Web3 model is really the first of its kind wherein voters aren't just watching, but they also get to be part of the whole experience and get to share in the rewards, right? Yeah. So, and as all our followers and fans are accumulating all these points, did you know, Melati and Kayla, that all these points can be converted into Web3 tokens, the platform's
Oh,
currency? Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All these Web3 tokens, as fans keep voting for both of you, they can convert those points to cash or
oh
Yes.
real
So
wow.
dollars.
incredible.
Wow,
It's like a
diba?
big hit.
Yeah. Or even use that tokens that they accumulated to vote in for other side contests of the competition. Wow. So I'm really interested. You know, I'm a correspondent for Sash Factor, but I also I'm starting to get intrigued. I want to start voting, and you know how it is that it goes both ways. Now, we're not just propelling you girls to the top for your own benefit while you guys are competing, but you also get something out of it in return, which
Uh,
makes the whole experience interactive and enriching and rewarding for everyone. So yeah, so in a way, this Web3 model is really changing the way people participate, giving fans a real stake
Right.
in the
And it's
competition.
Yes, and it's amazing because they really do deserve, the rewards that come from this. Like, our fans and our supporters are so loyal, they work so hard, and so yeah, I think it's a brilliant idea and something that no other pageant has done before. So
So with that, I wanna tease you. I wanna ask a very playful question. So with the revelation that you guys are leading in the voting up, do you think what do you of course, for sure, you'll agree. What are the chances that the voting app would probably be implemented in the finals night, where everything will be done through voting instead of judging? Yeah, do you see that happening? Just see off the top of your head, like, could it really work? Assume since they're very aggressive in promoting their app in terms of online voting, involving all your fans in the process, or not just your fans, but all the fans of the contestants at the same time.
right. I mean, never say never. It's always a possibility, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's something that's definitely never been done before, but it would be really interesting to see how that would pan out. So that's actually a quite funny thing to think about. Who
So it
knows?
really makes the whole show more dynamic and
Yeah.
engaging to follow, not just because you get to earn something out of it. So, to keep up with Miss Charm 2024, especially with I know you guys have all been waiting when and where it will finally be held. Well, you guys have to stay tuned in for the pageant's podcast about about the updates and the new location, especially on the new location and date, plus exclusive interviews like this that I'm doing right now, and behind the scenes insights. Yeah, plus everything that you still would like to you guys would like everything all the fans would still get to know about the candidates. All you have to do is download the app. So I know the delay is such a huge disappointment right now, but just consider this as a step towards something bigger in the end.
Yeah.
The longer the wait, probably the grander things to come later this year. So what do you think? And for sure, the Mitcham organization is very excited to share all those things that we have been waiting from them in in the next few months. What do you think, guys?
I absolutely agree. I mean, I think everything happens for a reason. And of course, we were all looking forward to it happening in August and us being able to finally meet each other. But I believe Adam is correct that I know, firsthand, Melati also, that the Miss Charm organization is working really, really hard to get everything in order. And it's solely because they want to make this the best competition possible. So
What about
True.
you, Melody?
I mean, like, to be honest, I cannot lie to you that some part of me are kind of disappointed for the postpone because I'm so excited for Miss Charm and I already imagine what is the quarantine will be like. But at the same time, I want people to understand that Miss Charm make this decision is very hard. But at the same time, we need to understand that I do believe that if we're going to do the charm in Los Angeles, it will be so much wasted for the other contestant that cannot have the visa. So I do believe by postponing this event, I really hope that Miss Cham can choose another host country that probably will be have an easier access to other delegates because I know how it feels to be excited for something, but they cannot attend it or be part of it just because of reasons that they cannot control. So yeah, I agree with you, Kayla, Adam. I mean, like, so hopefully this postpone will make the Miss Charm bigger and also grander.
Yeah. Yeah. I like what you said, Melati.
It's
Easier
hard.
access to everyone, because there's a question here from World Press. She's asking us, what do you think is there, since we are all waiting in anticipation when and where it will be held this year, what do you think is the criteria for a host country of Miss Charm 2024? We can share our ideas about what you think. You said easier access. Do you have anything other thing? Do you have another thing in mind apart from easier access to everyone?
It will be the main criteria for the next country because as we already know, right, that the postponing happens because there are some delegates that cannot have the visa. And I do believe this problem came with the solution to find another host country with easiest access for a visa or probably with no visa at all. Because I want them to join to me to be the part of Miss Charm too.
right.
What
Yeah,
about you, Kayla? Same thing.
I agree. I think definitely the visa requirements and easy access is definitely the main deciding factor and the most important thing at this point in the competition. Of course, there are other things as well too, you know, when figuring out which venue the organization would like to hold the competition. But I think, you know, all of us as candidates are really excited for wherever it may be.
Yeah.
I love traveling. I'm sure Melati does also. So anywhere it's being held, I'm very excited and looking forward to it.
So of the three countries that I mentioned earlier, the Philippines, Thailand, and Spain, which country would you like it to be hosted?
I think my
Melat-
answer is obvious. So Melati, do you want to go first?
Okay. So actually, if I got a chance, I would love to introduce Indonesia to all of you guys, to all the other delegates of Miss Charm. But unfortunately, there are just three countries that Adams mentions, and I would love to be Philippines. I really want to go there again. I mean, by knowing Kayla and Adam, I'm sure I'm in the right hands to know more about Philippines, about Philippine food too, because I really love foods. But at the end, it depends on the Miss Charm itself. I mean, anywhere, as Kayla already said, anywhere the country is, we'll be so happy to meet each other, to know the culture of the country, and of course, to creating an incredible memories with the others.
Wait. So you've been to the Philippines before?
Yeah, actually, yeah, but it's already like 7 or 8 years ago, Adam. So I'm kind of forget about Philippines.
Wait, can you still remember where did you go here?
I just remember what is the food that I eat. It's pork knuckle. Pork knuckle,
Or
yeah.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
Where?
Amazing.
In a Filipino restaurant?
in the Filipino restaurant. I don't know the name of the restaurant, but I know the food is very good. And I just want to try another Filipinos food like adobo, right?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
So good.
Wait, so how so you're a foodie. You love food. Because that's your fondest memory of our country.
Yeah, the food is definitely one of the things that I'm looking forward whenever I travel to some country.
Uh-huh. Wow. Oh, for sure. If ever we end up hosting, you'll probably gain weight.
We'll be
No, just
amazing
kidding.
hosts. We'll take you. We'll do a whole mukbang where we can just try all of the food.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
That's fun.
can't wait for it. I need to extend my my travel to Philippines if Miss Charm is going to be held
Oh
there.
yes, yes. You're
Yes,
always welcome.
yes. Yes. You should. And not just here in Manila, but you also explore
Yes.
our world famous beaches outside Metro Manila.
Of
Have you
course.
have you heard of our beaches before? Have you ever heard anything about it while you're there in Indonesia? Has someone told you about the nicest beaches of our country?
Not yet, actually.
Yeah.
Well, there are
But
many.
but I've been dreaming of going to Bali someday. I've
Oh,
never been to Bali.
okay, that's a code for my national director. I'll tell him.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, send my regards to Ang Mega. I hope he's watching us right now. Hi, sir. Hello. Yeah, he's been busy, doing a lot of things. So let's now talk to Kayla. Kayla, of the
Yes.
three countries I mentioned earlier, the Philippines, Thailand, and Spain, which country would you like Miss
Well, of
Charm to be
course, I'm
hosted?
a little biased, obviously, but I would love to be able to showcase, you know, the beauty and the charm of the Philippines to not only the rest of the world, but my co-candidates as well and other guests. I mean, I believe the Philippines would be a perfect host country. As Malati mentioned, we have incredible food, breathtaking landscapes, and really just the warmth of our people and the hospitality that we show is something really, really special that I'm proud to showcase. So fingers crossed it'll end up being in the Philippines, but only time will tell. And of course, with whatever decision the organization makes, I'm very excited to go wherever Miss Charm will bring us. So
If one of the organizers would ask you for a recommendation, which place
mhm.
for all the contestants to a must visit place for all the contestants of Miss
Oh,
Charm to visit or be incorporated in the itinerary or
okay.
schedule, where would you want all your fellow candidates to go?
Probably there's so many beautiful places, but I think Palawan, because that is where our national gem, the South Sea Pearl, is harvested from, and it has such beautiful beaches. And it's just, I had, the incredible opportunity to go there this past year, just a few months ago, and then I went back again after MUPH with my mom, and the nature there is so incredible, the food, and that's something that I would be really excited to show people. And I feel like it's one of our more popular island hopping destinations here in the Philippines. So besides Manila, which logistically I think Manila would make the most sense to hold the competition, venue wise, all of that. But if we were able to incorporate some sort of trip in there, I think Palawan for sure.
I like what you said. I think the reason why probably you like it is because not just because of the scenery that Palawan offered you, Kayla, but also the cultural aspect
Yes.
of going to the pearl farm. Is that how you
Yes.
call it? To
Yes.
see how those pearls are being cultured, being sourced
Right.
from from all the clams. Is it? Do
Oh,
we call it
wow.
clams?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it's so incredible, the process, how many people are involved. I think it's a 374 step process, and it takes 5 years from start to finish just for one pearl. So I feel very grateful and blessed that I was able to experience and see that firsthand through MUPH, and that's something that I would love my co-candidates to see as well, because I think that was really one of the biggest highlights for me during the competition, is being able to see that firsthand, and the amount of work that goes into creating something so beautiful. But
Yes.
then also the message behind it, nothing good comes out without a little, pressure here and there, turbulence, and all of these different factors that, eventually turn into a beautiful pearl. And I think that's something really important to remember that we can apply to ourselves as well. So yeah, definitely the cultural aspect behind that. And of course, it's so beautiful there. So it would be the top pick for me for sure. What about
Why do
you, Adam? Where do you think would be the best place
just
in
like
your
what you said,
opinion?
I think I want to go to where you just said. Yeah, because Melati, just to give you a context of what Kayla was mentioning here, one of the sponsors of her national pageant was a jewelry brand, and that jewelry brand sponsored their whole trip to the province of Palawan, where they got to get on a trip, get a field trip in
Oh,
visiting that pearl farm where all the pearls are being taken out of the clams, all how it's being processed and made into fine jewelry as an
Yeah.
end product. So imagine for a lady like, for a lady, beautiful lady like Kayla here, to really see everything in the process, how those pearls are being sourced out until it ends up in the jewelry stores, must really truly be a enriching experience for her. So probably Kayla, you would like to go back there
Oh yes,
sometime
absolutely.
soon.
Any
well,
chance I have to go back there, Julmer, if you're watching, if you're listening, I'm always
that's
ready to
not
go back.
correct.
I think
Well,
for me, I
actually,
would go
while
go go.
Kyla is talking, I already imagine the Philippines. And I mean, it's going to be great.
I love it.
Yes, since you asked me, I would love for you girls to go to vegan somewhere up north in the Philippines, just
True.
to because since we're already incorporating the cultural aspect of a particular location, and Kyla love probably has fondness for something, or for taking out a meaning, for always for thinking or for getting for getting a meaning out of a very simple activity. So probably I could volunteer or suggest that you guys could go to Vigan, Ilocos Sur, where the last remnants of our Spanish colonization can be seen through its architecture and
Yes.
building that I forgot the name of the street. Calle something. Road. Calle means road in Spanish. So Calle Crisologo, I think. Yeah. Where you'll be thrown back to the era to our Spanish era back in the day, 300 years
Oh.
ago. Yeah, that's just me.
No, that's a very interesting answer, actually. That would be something that I would be looking forward to as well. So a lot of ideas are flowing here. Also, for you guys listening, for our viewers listening from the Philippines, if you guys have any suggestions or ideas, please let us know. I'm sure we would love to hear it as well.
Okay. So so apart from that, since we're talking about host countries, um so Philippines for Kayla and Melati also would like to go to the Philippines. So let's keep our fingers crossed that our country will end up hosting the pageant. So if ever we end up hosting the pageant, Kayla, Melati, how do you there's a question here from Mr. Eltrana. He says, how do you plan to stay motivated and maintain your preparation despite the unexpected delay of the Miss Charm competition 2024? Do you consider this as a boon or a bane, Kayla?
Sorry, what was the last part? There
No,
was an
do you
ambulance.
consider this long delay a boon or a bane to your training?
No, I honestly think it's a matter of perspective. And I think when it comes to perspective, it's also a matter of choice and how you choose to perceive it. So, of course, yeah, we could dwell on, the uncertainty, the prolonging, but I try to view it more as, again, I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. And if anything, it just gives us more time to prepare. It gives us more time to connect with our supporters. It gives us more time to build up the excitement. So that's just how I'm personally choosing to view it. And of course, the more training I can get, the better at the end of the day. Because when I got appointed originally, sometime in July, I only had maybe a little over 3 weeks to prepare. So it was very stressful, honestly, which is also part of the reason why you probably aren't seeing much from me on social media about it, because, had to get everything ready from my gowns, my national costume, to cramming all the training in, all of the outfits in such a short amount of time. So honestly, I do kind of think it is a bit of a blessing in disguise, because now I can
Breathe.
relax a little bit more. So yeah. What about you, Melati? How do you feel about it?
Okay. So I guess like my life is already full of surprises. So one thing that I learned during my whole life, that life can be surprised, but at the same time, life probably cannot go with your plan. Sometimes like we already plan something, but at the same time, one or two condition can affect to it and makes our plan is cancel or something about it. I do believe like one thing that really motivate me is my mindset. I mean, to think positively about it, about the postponing is hard. I know it's hard to think positive, but at the same time, why we don't try to change our mindset to like, okay, this part time can be meaning that we have another additional time to prepare ourselves, like Kayla said, to prepare best, not only to represent ourselves but also our country. I mean, I remember, so that is the end of June, where Charm announcing that it will be held in Los Angeles. I was shocked. I mean, like, I read it twice just because I thought it was going to be the election for the Miss Charm Los Angeles. And I only have 3 weeks to prepare myself, including having the visa. To be honest, I have the interview for visa in August, in the end of the August, which it doesn't make sense because the final was should be in 24 August, right? So, but thankfully, my organization, Putra Indonesia, helped me a lot with the visa, and I got the visa within 2 weeks before I was aboard to LA. And at the same time, it was kind of frustrating. I mean, to prepare a gown, to prepare the national costume, it was like in a minute I need to prepare it, and it's kind of tiring, of course, Kayla.
It's a lot.
It's
Very stressful.
Well, I cannot lie it, but it's true. It's tiring, and I know how it feels to Kayla with the postponing. I mean, probably God really wants us to be more relaxed, to be more ready, and at the same time, I know that Charm have already prepared this postponing wisely. They are choosing this not only because they cannot do the Miss Charm, but they really want the other delegates to be part of Miss Charm and giving them the opportunity to represent the country. So I do believe that to stay motivated is to having a positive mindset all the time. I know it's hard, but we can do it as long as we want to.
I'm curious to ask, having that kind of mindset, you said having a positive mindset, preparing well, preparing best for the competition. So I wonder, Kayla and Melati, is there such a thing as overtraining for the pageant? How do you draw the line between overtraining and just knowing the exact right amount of training that you need for the pageant, considering the delay that we are experiencing? Do you get what
Yeah.
do you get where I'm coming from?
Yes.
So is there such a thing is there such a thing as overtraining for a pageant or none at all?
I do think, yeah, for sure. There is a healthy balance that needs to be maintained. I feel like oftentimes we can go down the rabbit hole of striving for perfectionism, and obviously wanting to make people proud and wanting to do our very best, but none of us are perfect. We're all human. And I think I found through my MUPH experience that being more relaxed actually does help you more, or at least in my case it did, because I look back at the times where I felt the most pressure and I was in the most in my head and the most worried about the outcome of, the outside noise, what other people were going to say if I didn't do my very best, that it really did affect my performance. And I found that the times where I kind of just really trusted in myself and all of the hard work that I put in, I feel like those were the times that I shined the brightest and really just fully enjoyed the moment. And I feel like it showed. So I think, yeah, for sure. It can be really challenging to make sure you don't overdo it because you don't want to get burnt out either. And that's something that can very easily happen if you don't pay attention to, how much you're training and not getting enough rest.
So applying what you said, so let's say I assume, let's say for a particular week, I assume you're not going to the gym every day to work out and develop those washboard abs. You probably just go there like probably twice a week and then still have a cheat day. I mean, can
Yeah.
there be a cheat day for
I
for
mean,
a training lady like you?
there's nothing wrong with working out every day for those who enjoy it. I've never been, I'm going to be quite honest, I've never been the type, of course I work out, I've never been the type to really, really enjoy it to where I feel like, it's something I look forward to every single day. I wish it was, but I know for a lot of people, that's their source of calming their mind. It's their way to unwind at the end of the day, or it's a good way for them to start their day. So I think everyone is a little bit different but for me and what works best for me, which is also a very important, everyone has a different routine or what works out best for them. I try not to overdo it when it comes to that, and I try to just be mindful about what I eat. But if I want to eat something bad, I don't restrict myself. But that's just what I found works for me personally. Everyone is different, so
Healthy balance, in
Yes.
short. What
yes.
about you, Melati?
I agree with Kyla. I mean, like, I cannot judge any other people who have their own way to train themselves. I mean, along the way, we all the one who knew our capacity and also capability. So for me itself, I know that I need to have the balance between training and also the sleep time. I know when people getting a really short time to sleep, it will affect their
Mood.
way to
Everything.
show. You know,
Yes.
right? And for me itself, like it is not only about working out every day, but it's about balancing which workout suit you better, and then don't make it as pressure. So one thing for sure, don't push yourself too hard because it will going to ruin your mindset about it, and it is going to make you pressure. So just be relaxed and enjoy the moment. Literally, one thing for sure for everyone.
So, Melody, I'm curious to ask, how many hours of sleep are you getting right now?
Well,
At this
beside
early
of
in time, that we're still months away from the competition proper.
okay, so beside I'm a foodie, I also love to sleep. And I sleep like 7 to 8 hours a day if I can. I mean, sometimes Putri Indonesia also have a duty to attending. So yeah, sometimes if I able to sleep 7 to 8 hours will be the best.
But while you were competing in putery, were you also getting that amount of sleep, 7 to 8
Mm,
hours?
No,
No, right?
no, it's only like 3 to 4 hours because we have all the schedule until the midnight, and then after the schedule we need to train for the finals. And to prepare for the sleep, it took me an hour because I need to remove my makeup, to wash,
Yes.
and then I need to wake up in 5 a.m. to prepare for the makeup, for the look, because at 7 a.m. we need to stand by for the next schedule. So yeah, it's tiring, but also at the same time one of the best memories I ever had.
Yeah. So speaking of putery, what lesson did you learn from your putery experience that you hope to bring to the Miss Charm pageant in the next few
Okay,
months?
so it's incredible to be chosen as Putri because I know Indonesian women's everyone wants to be in this position. And it's also an incredible journey because I get a lot of duty that sometimes I never imagined before. For example, before being Putri Indonesia, I was a student athlete. So I do really love basket, and then I prefer to work out instead of doing fashion show or photo shoot. But at the same time, when I joined Putri, I learned a lot about new things, and then meeting another people with different backgrounds makes me learn something too from them. And at the same time, this journey is amazing because one thing that I really do learn from Putri Indonesia is how we can be more mindful with our mindset. I know sometimes being Putri or beauty queen is hard. People have their expectations to us. Sometimes we need to be perfect, but at the same time, we are just human. We have our own flaws, and sometimes we make mistakes. And to know the fact about it, it's hard to accept it, but at the same time to be mindful that understanding our capacity, and at the same time to know that because we have a flaw we need to always have the willingness to learn. So yeah, one thing for sure that I learned during Putri is to know yourself more, to not thinking about other people opinion. Just I mean, like, we're listening to them, but at the same time, we need to be more wise in choosing which opinion that can build us to become better, or it just ruin our self and losing ourselves. That is the most important lesson from Putri Indonesia. Ada.
Not losing yourself in the process, knowing yourself who you are. Yeah, I think it's like knowing your purpose. first and foremost, so that when things get in disarray, when things are already going hazy, you'll go back to that purpose as to why you're there in the first place, why you're there in Puteri in the first place. Great answer, Melati. I'm sure a lot of girls can relate with you right now. So what about you, Kayla? What lesson have you learned from your from your national pageant, from MUPH that you hope to bring to Miss Charm soon?
Well, first and foremost, I loved Melati's answer, and it's something that I really resonate with too, and also agree with. I think one of the biggest things I've learned, because there really is so much outside noise, especially now in the digital age where everything is on social media, it can be quite difficult to not let it get to your head. Of course, everyone has a different opinion, and you're constantly getting scrutinized from head to toe about your appearance. And, not every day you're feeling your best, you're looking your best, especially with the lack of sleep, and you're not going to be perfect all the time. So I think, yes, again, knowing yourself, trusting in yourself, and then, like you said, Adam, remembering why you're there in the first place kind of helps block out that noise. Something else that I learned, for a lot of you who probably don't know, Miss Universe Philippines was actually my first ever pageant ever. I'd never competed in a pageant before. So I learned a lot. Everything basically from that experience was all very extremely new to me. So there were probably hundreds of lessons I've learned during that time. But I think one of the most important things I've learned is how much you can really grow when you step outside of your comfort zone. And I feel like that whole competition for me was just me every single day, constantly stepping outside of my comfort zone. And even in the moments where I felt, discouraged or, can I really do something? I always proved to myself that I could at the end of the day. And now I feel so much stronger, so much more empowered, and I feel less afraid to take risks. I feel less afraid to use my voice in a different way than people are used to seeing me from before pageantry. And yeah, I feel very happy about this new chapter in my life and how I've decided to step into pageantry. It's really changed me for the better, and it's brought me here to the Philippines. And so yeah, those are some key things that I have learned throughout my own personal journey and experience.
I believe that you guys will really do well in your respective in your competition with more confidence with everything that you said, that is resulting to much confidence, the way you speak, act, same with Melody, and even how you express yourselves on as you articulate your thoughts on cam. You'll surely do well in the upcoming competition, guys. As much as I want to talk to you longer, I can't believe that we've been talking for almost an hour already. And as much
Wow.
as I've been enjoying this time with you, engaging you with our fans as well, I have to end this now. So for my last few questions, yeah, Kayla and Melati, uh, why, how can you promote? How can you use this platform? How can you promote Miss Charm to its highest potential, given that it's a new pageant? And hopefully, hopefully towards the end, you can invite all your followers to support your journey along the way, and by probably also giving a message to them. Who wants to start first?
I can start first, I guess.
Okay, all right.
I do think now that social media is here, we should utilize it as our tool, as we have been. And I feel like Miss Charm is really taking advantage of that, especially with the mini app, to allow our fans and supporters to see more of an inside look of things that they don't normally see. We had a meeting actually yesterday, and one of the Miss Charm heads brought up a really good point about how most viewers, they only see the competition night, and there's really so much more that goes into it, and there's so much more exciting things than just that. And I'm really looking forward for everyone to get to know myself and the other co-candidates more. So yeah, there's a lot of more exciting things to come. Thank you guys for all of the unwavering support so far. Keep voting, keep being excited, just like we are. More announcements to come in the coming days, especially about the host country and the official dates. So just please remain patient. We really appreciate you guys. And yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Kayla.
Okay.
Melati.
For me, first of all, I would like to say thank you to all Indonesian beauty pageant lovers for always supporting me and always DM me for and sending me so much love through direct message. I read it one by one, even though I'm not answering the DM right away. But I know some it's kind of disappointing for all of us to know that Miss Charm needs to be postponed. But at the same time, I really want you guys to understand that Miss Charm made this decision very wisely because they really want to give the chance for all the candidates to be part of Miss Charm. And please be patient because it's going to be amazing event. I'm sure for it because the Mr. Paul, which is the head of Miss Charm, already told us yesterday. So he give us a little bit uh hint about the next event, and it's going to be much bigger, and they are preparing well, so it can be on time next. And so just wait and see, and also please keep supporting us and also the other delegates because I know how it feels to be disappointed, but at the same time, they need your love and support to keep motivated and to keep well back to represent their own country. So thank you so much.
So, judging from what you both said, it's worth the wait. Is it worth the wait?
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely. It's
course.
gonna be amazing. We're so excited.
So there you go, guys. Take it from these two ladies, all right? It's worth the wait. Patience is a virtue. Patience is the key. Happier are those who wait, for who knows we'll be seeing grander things to come, right? So on that note, thank you so, so much for a beautiful evening, beautiful conversation we've just had this evening. Kayla and Melati, thank you so much for lending your time and effort in spending this with the Miss Charm organization and your respective fandom as well. I can't wait to see you again. You, Melody, especially when you come, when you probably, when the fine. I almost slipped. When 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 the competition is about to take place, yeah. And you
Yeah.
too, Kayla. See you soon. All right. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone, for
Thank you,
listening. I hope
Ella.
you had a great time getting to know our two beautiful ladies for Miss Charm pageant right now, Miss Kayla Jean and Miss Melati Tedja. God bless you guys. Have a blessed and safe night ahead. God bless you guys. Take care.
Terima
Bye.
Bye.
kasih.
Thank you. Hi, Sir Roca.
I leave them with violence, the silent side of me. We see where fire starts to breathe. When I would lay in silence, the voice inside of me made me use my mind right. We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down. We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.